Yeah,
It's a beautiful place.
Unbelievable. The whole wine scene.
Hey, you're online.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Morning.
Wow.
How are you?
That was the
I
food
was there on
tasting.
Valentine's Day. Please.
Morning.
See everybody.
I hear that.
Great.
Everybody's here.
I recommend it. It's like 5.
All right, Rabbi Sai,
We got to go.
if I ever make it to New York. Daf Tezvav. Today's an amazing, fascinating, famous daf about Lashon Hara. We're starting from Daf Yudalad on Beis by the Mishnah. So we continue with the theme that there's a Khumrah and a Kula. By Oinus and Mefata, somebody raped somebody, he's Mefata, a woman, seduces her, there's a Kula and a Khumrah. If somebody raped a very hush of a woman in Kuna, the Rambam says, a daughter of a Kohen Gadol, Vesaktana of Yisrael, who's the lowest of a Yisrael? A Mamzeres. Noisen Chamishim Sloi. He has to pay the same amount of money. So that's a Kula, because even though he raped a hush of a woman, he only has to pay 50 Sloi.
Isn't the most ever? Okay, 50.
That's the point. There's no variation. No matter who it is, it's always the same amount. However, that when you pay boishes, embarrassment, and gam, the amount of money lost that you cause this woman if she were to be sold as a slave, now that the master, let's say, wants to buy a wife for his own slave, so he'd rather buy a psula than a non-psula, so that's the difference in Bigam. And it all that, however, there is a sliding scale. It has to do with the person that is mavuyish and the person that caused the busha. What's the biggest busha? So the Rishonim say the biggest busha is a medium person. In other words, if a very hush of a person raped the daughter of a Kohen Gadol, so it's not the biggest busha for her. It would be much more busha if it was a medium person, like a common person. And even a bigger busha, or not so much of a busha, this is a chiddush, is like a really low person. A really low person, a really high person, is not as much busha as a mediocre person.
Is this Trump's excuse?
It's not an excuse, it's just not as much busha. It's still busha, it's not as much. Amai. Why does a person have to pay boishes and bigam?
Just started.
Emo chamishim sloim om rachmon. Mikol mili. It should pattern for everything. The Torah says 50 selah, finished. Omer of Zira, so if Zira makes 2 attempts here. Yoimru, it doesn't make any sense logically. Yoimru, balbas, boal bas melachim chamishim. If a person is boiled a daughter of a king, it's 50. Boal bas yoyis chamishim. Doesn't make sense logically. So what? Logic doesn't play a role over here. The Torah says there's one amount that you pay for everybody. A slave that can perform very good work and it's very profitable for you. You only pay 30 if your ox kills him. And if he doesn't do anything, he knows how to use a needle. It's also shloishim. So obviously,
Boishes and Pagam is in addition to the 50?
the Mishnah says it's in addition to the 50. So the Gemara says why? Why should it be in addition to the 50? 50 should include everything. It says 0. No, it doesn't make sense logically that you shouldn't add something. You have to add. If somebody is boil a bas melech and a commoner, you should pay the same amount. Doesn't make sense. So Rabbi says it doesn't have to make sense because you see by Evid also, even though you own David Beckham, right? You own soccer. Yeah. So he brings in every year for you $75 million. And then your ox kills him, you pay him 30 shekel. And your ox kills a guy that brings nothing, Stam, a 75-year-old man, slave, also 30 shekels. How does it make sense logically? The answer is it doesn't make sense logically. These are fines that don't make sense. So why are you sticking in bushes of gam as a logic? It's not about logic.
Difficult for this to be brought up in Erchin. In Echem, we've just said, doesn't matter whether it's the king
Exactly.
or the queen, it's 50 shekel.
It's not difficult. It makes a lot of sense. It flies right in. He's trying to use logic, and Abaye says brings him from that kind of thing. Taisa just points out why the Mishnah brings the case of two. What are the two opposite cases? A kohen gadol and a mamzeres. The daughter of a kohen gadol and a mamzeres. And then all of a sudden Ze'era comes there and says he starts talking about a melech and a not melech. Why? And then there's a lot of tirusim. The Gra has a pshat here, different pshat. Taisus doesn't have a pshat.
He doesn't give
El Amar Zir, what?
He didn't give an answer to it.
No, Taisus not. El Amar Zero, so he tries again. Ilu bo oleo shnayim. If two separate people, you're talking about, so Rashi explains this as two separate women. Echad shloi kedarko, v'echad kedarko. If somebody was boil a woman shloi kedarko, so she's still a psula. Ve'echad kedarko, and one of them, she's not a psula. Yoimru boil b'gumo chamishim, boil shleimo chamishim. How does it make sense that if somebody was boil, woman A, he came after somebody else's boil her, so she has a begam to her, he has to pay the same amount, welcome back. He has to pay the same amount as somebody who was ma'anas, a woman without a begam. That doesn't make any sense. So actually, Machlokes Rashi and Tosfos here, if the second person who's boiled, it's shaloi kedarka, somebody's boiled shaloi kedarka, does he have to pay knas at all? Is that considered a be'ila legabi knas? Omalei Abaye, yihachi gabi even nami yoimru evet bari shloishim. So over here, Zira is coming in with a more. Before we were saying that we're talking about just a social status. You have a daughter of a kohen gadol and a daughter of a mamzeres, but there's nothing within herself that says that she's different than another human being. She happens to be the daughter of a kohen gadol. She happens to be the daughter of a melech. Over here, you have something within her. Her body is pogum, versus another woman whose body is not pogum. So Zira tried to say that even makes less sense. How can you differentiate between two women that have a real difference in their bodies? And you see, there's no. So says, and on that Abaye answers, look, you see within the Eved that there's a difference in his body. You have an Eved that's healthy, it's 30. Eved mukashchin shloishim. And within his body, as a shvacha body is a mukashchin, he also has to pay shloishim. Elo omar Abaye omar kro tachas asher ino. The 50 shekel comes for the inui, the tsar that you caused her, and not the boishizim gam, the chaldika boishizim gam, that are not included in the inui. Rav Omar Domakro v'nosan isha shechiv imo hanoa shchiva chamishim. Again, how do we know that there's three payments here? One is the knas of 50, and then in addition to that, you have to pay also boishizim gam, because the Torah says. It's about the shchiva and nothing to do with the boishes of gam. Says the Mishnah, and here's the big sugya of Lashon Hara.
What is the payment for boishes of gam? Is there a fixed payment?
No, that's what you just said. That has to do with the person. If it's a bas kohen gadol, it's more, and if it's less, it has to do with the person doing it and the person receiving it. The person, the rapist, if he's a very chashuv guy, it's not as much. And if that's what he said, Trump says the Gemara, "B'moitzi shemra lahokil lahachmer keitzad." Moitzi shemra. What's moitzi shemra? Somebody who decided to make up a story about his new wife. And he said, I married her and I didn't find that she had psulim. Not only that, he goes, in addition to that, he brings false witnesses to testify that she was mizana, she was still a naira, and what happens? He has to pay 100. He's pay 100. And not only that, he can never divorce her.
Yes, he gets malchus.
Yes. And what happens to the witnesses? They die. But he doesn't die because he didn't testify falsely.
No, because
He just hired them.
yes, His life is worse than death. He has to marry her and keep her.
He hated her so much, he went and he hired all these people. So they said, you know what? Now
That's his real punishment.
It's only if she wants to stay with him.
Right.
that's right.
And she will want.
After all that, maybe she doesn't want to stay with him.
She's a real winner. Who would want to divorce a guy like this?
Imagine how uncomfortable that ride home was from.
You want to stay with a guy like that?
Like 2 years later, you remember you wanted to kill me? How do you remember these things? Like, why? I don't understand. These women, they never forget anything. The mighty Shemra lahakel ulahachim ketzad.
You're a real connoisseur.
There's also a cool in the chumrah by mighty Shemra. Again, the daughter of a Kohen Gadol, he wanted to kill her, he wanted to destroy her. He bashmutzed her, he said that she was mizana. Only 100 shekel. Baktana Shev Yisrael and Mimzeres, Noisem Beyasela, Nimtza, and here it all starts. This is it, Rabbi Zee, right here. The Chavetz Chaim, the Shmir Saloshin, all based on Arachin Daf Tezvav. Not all, but most of his halachas are right from this daf and from tomorrow's daf. Nimtza Ha'omer Bepiv. What comes out? A guy that's a rapist. He mamish raped a woman. He went and he raped the daughter of the Kohen Gadol. How much do you have to pay? 50. This Meshugana, he didn't rape. He just said. He said that she's not a psula. He has to pay double. I know what you're asking. In a second, the Gemara is going to address everything. So you see that your mouth is worse than your actions. How come our forefathers couldn't go into Eretz Yisrael because of the Lashon Hara of the Meraglim Shenemar? Ask the Gemara, Mimai, who told you that the reason why this guy pays 100 is because he spoke what?
What's he reading from the pasuk?
You're going to see in a second. Yeah, when I don't explain, it just means that the Gemara is going to explain.
Sorry.
He's like Rashi.
No, the Gemara is going to say beautiful explanation. So, who told you that because the guy used his mouth, and the mouth is worse, Lashon Hara is worse than an action? That's the obvious question is, Dilma, he wanted to kill this woman. He was in Bezdin testifying against her, and if they wouldn't find out that his Eidim
Fake news.
are fake, they would take her out and kill her. So the guy deserves 100 shekel. What do you mean? Of course he deserves double the knas. You kill her. You're right. What he did is a very bad thing, and they want to kill her. But that's not what the Torah says. The Torah says, why does he have to pay? Ki hoiti shemra. The Torah doesn't say ki rotza lahargo. It says ki hoiti shemra. The 100 goes on the shemra. Shemra shohoiti.
Why is he not Chav Misa?
Because he didn't testify. The Eidim testified. They're chayiv misa.
But
He says, I don't know, this is what Aiden told me.
He didn't do anything.
No,
he
no,
just
he pays
hired. So since when did somebody pay Eidim after this chayiv misa? Eidim zoymim is Eidim zoymim. The Eidim themselves. They shouldn't go for it. In America, if you try to hire hitmen, whatever, they put you away forever.
No, but if you try
Maybe over here also.
But if you try to the whole court system is based on hiring false witnesses in America. So they call a professional witness. You pay for a professional witness to say what you want. It's all fake. They say what you want to
Kill somebody. I'm sure that Medina Torah, they punish him something. I don't know what, but not music. And music they shumai maybe. He's not going to get away scot free. You're right, but mamish misa, but they bezdin. That's in Zorim. V'chein motzin shlo nischatim zardin. Mimai dilmo dakati loy molos oson. So there's a beautiful concept. You hear this? You hear this concept of molos oson? Everybody has a cup, the size of a saw, and you can do various. People wonder how I did this. Did nothing happened. I never got struck by lightning. You know why? Because you didn't fill up your cup yet. Wait until you fill up the cup. When you get to the top, it's that straw that broke the camel's back. That final avera, poof, then you get hit. Ask the Gemara. So maybe the Meraglim, they had a pretty full cup, and when they spoke Lashon Hara And Klal Yisrael cried that night on the 8th of Av. The Bechia Shel, what is it called? The Lechinam, Bechia Doris. This is what we're talking about. They cried, so their cup filled up. And because their cup filled up at that moment, their saw filled up, they got punished.
And not because
but not because that Aveira was so strong that it caused them not to go into Israel. They did thousands of Averas beforehand. This just, yes.
Just to finish.
What do you mean? They complained about, we're going to see. They complained about the Yam Suf, they complained about this, about the Slav. They complained, we're going to talk about it. But the point is, everything. The point is, so they had 999 Averas, and finally they had the final straw. So they spoke Lashon Hara, they cried like this. Boof! Now Akash Baruch Hu punished them. But who said it's because of Lashon Hara? You're pretending that they did zero, they were the biggest tzaddik in the world. The Amar Rav Hamnuna, Ein Akash Baruch Hu nifra min ha'adam ad shetismalas sa'asoi. Akash Baruch Hu is patient. When it fills up, then he takes revenge. Shenema b'mloi sifko yetzer loi. So this pasuk is referring to not a tzaddik, but a tzaddik. Akash Baruch Hu is nifra right away. He doesn't want him to fill up. But upon him, Rish Lakish Makro, vayinasu oisi ze eser palmim. What should the pasuk say? Vayinasu oisi eser palmim. What's ze? Ze has no place here. So the Gemara says that the word zez is saying this Aveira is what caused me to punish them. Vayinasu oisi, they tried my patience 10 times, but I'm punishing because of zeh. The pasuk would do just fine without the word zeh. Vayinasu oisi, it's a problem.
We had it previously on various different transgressions they did.
Yeah.
That every time the Baruch says "V'slachti kidvarecha," the Baruch forgave them for whatever reason. Moshe Rabbeinu would argue, tying it, whatever. He forgave them. So why should they now be considered still as
so Adarabah,
filling up the cup?
that's exactly what the Gemara said. The Gemara saying they didn't fill up the cup. Zeh.
Yeah.
So maybe that helps actually.
Right.
I was Moichel.
Nothing to do with the cup.
Zeh, nothing to do with the cup.
Lashon Hara. That was
Zeh.
it. I know it was the. What should say? This sort of broke the camel's hump.
Hump.
Someone brought us a bag of vodka.
It doesn't really happen.
A bottle of vodka?
The bag of
The straw that broke
Who?
the camel's hump.
Bag of
Lavazo.
Just did me.
Oh,
the coffee bag.
Chaim brought us the vodka.
The donkey's fat.
Chaim brought it. And there's a big simcha today. Today is the first day that Yeshua Aaron Price is back to normal. He's done whatever he had over there going on in Gimel. It's a big simcha. So Chaim Kornbel brought him a bag of avazich.
All the way from the car downstairs.
That's beautiful.
That Eli brought.
I thought you were the Chaim took him out or something.
Fancy bringing some milk?
Tanya Omar Velazar.
Waldorf or something.
He brought him a bag.
Brought him a bag of that.
No, you want to be Misamech
That's
Yeshua Aaron Price? You bring him coffee from America. That's in El Chassidut Gedolim Zoo. Or the biggest
coffee?
simcha I've ever seen him in, and he talks about it every day, is what Avi brought him. The thing that holds 16 cups. That was like over the top. Like, fine. So Tanya Omer Rebbe Lazar ben Parto. Tanya, oh wow. Tanya Rebbe Lazar ben Parto. Boyrei Kamagodu Koyach Shaloshen Hara Min Olam Min Miraglim. Look what Lashon Hara does. If somebody spoke Lashon Hara about Eretz Yisrael, but Eretz Yisrael is not a living being, it's just stones and trees. But they say already. So what tak was the big deal in Lashon Hara? It was Lashon Hara Hashem. It's Hashem's creation, and Hashem said He promised Klal Yisrael, you're going to go into Eretz Yisrael, and this is the Eretz Yisrael you're promising us. All these giants and stuff. That's the big glick.
So what?
It's really not Hashem.
So what's
There's
the
No, I'm saying, okay.
Because it reflects the honor.
It's a kasha, okay.
It reflects the honor. That's
Now the
You mean
Yiddish
so
is
it's not so
kasha.
conversation?
What?
So it's not so conversation about Israel like rap people.
No, you're not allowed to say.
Yeah,
Oh, but it's not a Kalachaimer.
But wait a time. Who created a person? Who created the person? Hashem also
No, but it's
created it.
Kalachaimer.
So when you speak about a person,
No,
you're talking about a Kodesh Baruch's creations. It's a beautiful Kalachaimer.
If you speak about Hashem, it's bad. If you speak about Hashem, it's bad.
Yeah, but
It's all Hashem. So what's the Kalachaimer?
Right, but Hashem. This is Hashem's greatest creation.
Come on. It's all the same. Hashem's creation.
If I talk about Nachman Seltz's first book versus his last book.
shameless plug.
You asked for it.
Why is it Lashon Hara about Hashem if you say that it's It's not as good as other countries. He made the other countries also.
No,
So you're saying that Hashem is great.
because Hashem here. So
No,
I
Hashem makes it clear. He likes
Hashem
Eretz Yisrael
says,
better.
"This is it. This is the
That's very
shpitz."
clear. That's not a question.
Here.
Hashem makes it clear. He likes Eretz Yisrael the most.
Yeah,
Very
and he
clear.
likes humans the most.
And you know,
Over trees and
How do you-
because he talks about them. He
said
says
destroying
that
humans.
Talks about
no,
Trees.
for their good. For their good. It's all for their good. He has no. He doesn't care about the stone. He doesn't punish the stone.
Our purpose was
So now
creation.
the Gemara asks, Mimai. Reb Chanina bar Papa learns in the pasuk, Ki chazaku mimenu, al tikru ki chazaku mimenu el mimenu. So the word al tikri over here is not so pashut. So you have to. The sheet on the side says you have to just explain the word tikri, not that you read it differently. You're reading it exactly the same. Mimenu is mimenu. We're not changing but we're changing the explanation, the translation. The first one is mimenu from us, mimenu from him. The Pashup Shan was mimenu, ki chazaku mimenu, that the people in Eretz Yisrael, the Canaanim, are stronger than us, the Jews. And Reb Chanina bar Papa is learning that the Meraglim were crazy. They said that the people in Canaan are stronger than Kodesh Baruch Hu. So maybe that's why they got punished.
The royal week.
There is a little bit of a different kriya. Diktok, it is.
Why? How?
Nun, with the dagish without the
No, but he says Taisus brings down that it's all the same dogish.
This is all the same thing.
It's the same. It says I think I saw the Taisus. It's all dogish. He says. He says it's all dogish. Someone, one of the Rishonim says all dogish. I forgot where. I just saw it.
It's Typhus over here.
Okay, I'll go upon him. So maybe that's why they got punished. Elo Merabah Barishloki, Elo Merabah Barishloki, Shomakrobi, Musu Anoshim, Moitzi Dibas Haaretz, Moitzi Dibas Haaretz Ra, Moitzi Dibas Haaretz Ra. It's because not because they said this thing about Kodesh Baruch Hu. It's because they spoke Lashon Hara. This the Haaretz Sheitz. Tanya Rabbi Yehuda Soridus Yonis Nisu Avisenu LaKodesh Baruch Hu. So now the Gemara is going to go into the 10 times that Klal Yisrael tried at Kodesh Baruch Hu's patience. Shnayim bayom, shnayim b'mayim, shnayim b'mon, shnayim b'slav, achas b'egov, achas b'midbar paran. What's midbar paran? The Meraglim. Shnayim bayom, echad b'yirido v'echad b'aliyah. B'yirido d'chsiv, hamebli kvar b'mitzrayim. Kodesh Baruch Hu opens the yamsuf for them, and they start complaining. What we want to be buried here? We could have been buried in Mitzrayim. B'aliyah kidur Ravuna. Domer Ravuna Yisrael sheboisei ador miktane amonoyu. They had very little. Emuno k'derabba bar mori, dom rabba mori, ma'idechsi v'yamru al yom b'yamsuf the pasuk in Tehillim. They were morid in the Yamsuf v'yishim leman shemoy melamish Yisrael b'marim bo'is shov oimrim. They rebelled. Kishem shono oilam mitzad zeh, kach Mitzrayim oilam mitzad acher. Asked Tosfos, what was going on here? Klal Yisrael sees the Yamsuf splitting, the greatest ness of all time, water splits. And they're thinking that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to let the Egyptians also go through on another side, and they're going to catch. How could you even think such a thing? Says Tyson, the famous pshat that, and this is from the Art Scroll, that they didn't go through the Yamsuf like this. They went in at one side and came out right where they started, just a few hundred feet later, or 2 miles down the road. So they thought that the Mitzrim are following them on the shore and just waiting for them to come out and kill them. Had they gone straight through, they would say, okay, fine, because Baruch did a tremendous nace. But they realized they're going in a circle. They're going with the red. They're coming right back out on the same side of the shore that they went in.
How did they realize that?
All the pictures are fake.
How did they realize that? They're going to the ocean. They know where they're going.
Yeah, they're starting to turn left. They keep on turning left. They were going north. You're not going straight. What do you mean, how?
They got the GPS going.
Their car was on a constant...
how does that make sense?
When you go
You walk in the Yamsuf, and you're like, you know exactly where you're going.
I walked in the ocean and we
I have a very hard time believing
to the
where
words.
they were going.
Oilen.
The ocean.
But the splitting of the sea, you have no idea.
No.
That part you don't- that part you
That
don't
we know, right? But
This was a massive
they didn't know.
Tsunami?
Yeah.
Who has such a theory?
They have,
Of course.
They have evidence.
That's because it says because the whole night before the Yamsuf, the waves were doing that. Right.
All right, we got to move.
Is there another?
Now, says the Gemara, Omer HaKadosh Baruch Hu L'Sashayam. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu is talking to the minister of the Yam. Take these mitzrim, throw them out onto the side, so that the Klal Yisrael could calm down and see that their enemy is dead. Omer L'Fana of Rabbeinu Shalom, you gave me a gift. Don't be an Indian giver. You gave me something, what do you want it back? Says Rashi, you gave me food, fish food. You gave me all these dead bodies. Now my fish could eat. You want them back? Now we're talking about 600 parashim, 600 tanks. 600 tanks, they say, is hundreds of thousands of soldiers because each tank comes with a whole. What? Yeah.
You posted
So
that
kids, it's
they
a lot
found-
of. It's a lot of.
Scuba divers found it.
Not true.
Chariot.
No,
Nah.
it's not true.
Post the video.
It's wrong. It's a.
Klum Yashem
it's a
Shenosim Rabbi Matan Ochot Yonah Domen
whole-
Omaloi.
Not true. It is.
Ani Noisim Lecho Echad Umechza Shebem. Don't worry about it. You give me now my present back. I'll pay you back 1.5 times. And what happened? Taka in history, there was Sisera. Sisera had 900 Merkavahs, not 600. So it's a half a time more, 50% more. What happened real quickly over there? They were wearing all this armor and they were coming to Klal Yisrael. They got really, really hot. Akash Baruch Hu made it hot. Now, what Akash Baruch Hu could have done is he could have boiled them inside their armor and destroyed them. But he promised the water that he's going to pay them back. So he made them hot. They had to go into the water to dip off and cool off. Then the wave came and got them all. So Mela, he paid them back. I can't call. It's not geschmack to come to you, Akash Baruch, and say you owe me. Nacha Kishon is going to be the guarantor. Now, as we learned before, you can't really go to the guarantor. You have to, if somebody owes you money, you have to go to the loiva first. You can't go. But Akash Baruch Hu made them a arif kablon, and because when you're dealing with a melech, you could go straight to the arif because it's arif kablon. Miyad poltanei abasham, and indeed. The Yam Suf spit out the Mitzrim onto the Asfas Hayom. The Chsiv, Vayar Yisrael Mitzrayim Meis Asfas Hayom. Shnayim b'mayim, b'moru b'refidim. B'moru the Chsiv, Vayavoyu Morosov V'layachlu Lishtois, Chsiv, Vayalon or Vayeloinu Oam Al Moshe. B'refidim the Chsiv, Vayachnu b'refidim, V'mayim Lishtois. Chsiv, Vayorvam in Moshe. Shnayim b'mon, the Chsiv. Turn the page, Al Teitzu. Don't go out. Shabbos, Vayotzu. They didn't listen. As the famous thing that if they would have kept one Shabbos, meaning this Shabbos, that Akash Baruch Hu told them keep, then they would have been okay. Nobody would have been able to beat Klal Yisrael. Al Yisiru, don't leave anything over. By Yisiru and Klal Yisrael left over. Who left over? Dasan Ba'avira. In other words, if two people in Klal Yisrael do an Avera, everybody is guilty. Arvos. Shnayim b'slov rishon b'slov sheni. B'slov rishon b'shif teinu al sira bosor. So Rashi says, they wanted more. Very interesting. Akash Baruch Hu finally gives them nice basar. They want more. Places says no. They wanted. Period. They didn't. Akash Baruch Hu cut them off. Once Akash Baruch Hu cut them off, now they want again. It wasn't that they wanted more. Bislav sheni vasavsu vashavikir boy. Be'egel kedis. Everybody knows what parsha egel is. Be'midvaparon the meraglim kedis. What's missing from this whole list? This week's parsha. Korach. But Korach happened. There's a few things. There were more things that are not brought in the list. Akopanim, it's not. It happened after the Meraglim. It's not counted in the list.
Korach wasn't against Akash Baruch Hu. They went. They were against Moshe Rabbeinu.
Yeah, but that's.
It is also. Come on, you know Moshe Rabbeinu is Hashem's guy. It's pretty clear. It gets the best brother.
What?
It's politics. It's
Okay,
politics.
so that's yeah.
Omer B'Yochanan.
And then you go down.
Rishon Rabbi Yosef ben Zimro. May dechsiv, may yitin l'chol, may Yosef loch. Loshen Remiyo. Omer HaKadosh Baruch Hu Loshen. Yeah. What? There's a nigga? I'm not familiar, but you can sing it. I'll stop. I don't have the button for this one. Where is he? He's not on the screen.
I don't know. Which song is this?
We have plenty of time.
Kevra.
Eli Gerstner.
Okay. Shout out to Eli Gerstner. Today's show.
Oh my gosh, Baruch Hu Loshen.
Hi,
Baruch
Eli.
Hu said to the tongue.
Eli.
Kol Evarev Shalom Zikuvim Matamuto. You're the only limb that lays flat. Kol Evarev Shalom Mibachutz Atom Mifnim. You're inside. You're protected. I put you in a beautiful place, behind your lips, behind your jaw. In other words, Akash Baruch Hu is showing us that He values the tongue. You have to do the right thing with it. Now, there's a list of 11 things that happen when you speak Lashon Hara. The Chofetz Chaim points out that it's not talking about somebody that talks Lashon Hara once. It's as if he did Avodah Zarah. It's as if he killed somebody. Says the Chofetz Chaim, obviously we're talking about a Baal Lashon Hara. A Baal Lashon Hara is different. Somebody constantly talks Lashon Hara. He's so used to talking. He has so many Averos accumulated. Then what? gossiper.
I know someone like
Yeah, okay, but you're not allowed to talk lashon hara by yourself. That's also. Kol amasav lashon hara kilu kava beikar. Kava beikar. Shenema she omru l'sheninu nagbir sifoseinu itonu miyadon lanu. V'omer Yosef and Zimmer kol amasav lashon hara negoim b'alav yav tzara. Shenemar melashni b'seisereu oisoy atzmis. This is a little bit interesting, a little tricky. This Gemara because it says the word atzmis. Uchsiv hasam by Yovel it says latzmisus. Okay, so you have atzmis and tzmisus. U'metargemino lechalutin, and we say by Yovel that the word tzmisus means lechalutin. Usnan, and it says by lashon hara ein bein mitzorah muzgal mitzorah muchla elo prio prima. The only difference between the two of them is whether they have to keep their hair long and then rip the clothes over shlokish. So memela, you see that tzmisus is chalutin, and memela what? You get saras.
What?
Over shlokish.
Did you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't get it.
Over shlokish, my dechsiv zois tia Torah sa mitzorah, zois tia Torah shel moitzi shema. It's not the mitzorah, it's the Torah of the person that speaks lashon hara. Over shlokish, my dechsiv im yishoy hanochash b'lei lochash, ve'in yisro lebal lashon, lasa lava im iskapsis kol achayis u'boises nochash v'imros. I read Doyers V'oichel. Whoever wants to go to safari, Rabbi Sai, it's just. I'm going in a month, but I don't have. I figured, Vada.
You going to buy a line?
It's only $2,000. I'm hoping that the safari is like the bar mitzvah. If you could do everything a week in advance, we could take care of the safari. I have to talk to you. Don't leave. So fine. Why does the lion kill? Because he's not mean. He needs to eat. Zeiv toirev v'oichel. Atamano yeshlocha. Why does the snake bite? He's evil. Why does a person speak? He gets zero hana. No, there's no physical hana. He can't point to any part of his body that's enjoying the gossip. He's just like a nachash. He's going to stand there in oilam ha'emes. He's going to be mevuyish together with the nachash. Everybody's going to point at the nachash and him and say, "You two guys are evil." He piles it up to the sky. Shenemar shatu b'shemayim piyam l'shorim tihalach ba'aretz. Omer Rav Chizda, Omer Maruk v'kol misav l'shon hara l'sokli b'eben. He's deserving of skila with the stone. Ksiv hacha, it says by l'shon hara oisoy atzmis. Uksiv hasam, in Eichad says some suv abar chayoy v'yadu eben bi, they'll throw a stone. Omer Rav Chizda, Omer Maruk v'kol misav l'shon hara oy makadosh baruch hu ein ani v'hu yicholim lodud b'olam. Me and him can't live in the same world. Shenemar meloshni. So in the beginning when I learned this, I thought, okay. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I can't live with this guy in my world, so he's going to chuck him out. Who's going to win? If HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I can't live with him. But the Chavetz Chaim learns differently. He says, no, HaKadosh Baruch Hu removes his Shekhinah from this world. I'll let him stay in this world. I need to go. Shenever meloshim b'seisereu oisei atzmis. Givayinayim rechav levav oisei liyuchal. Atigro oisei liyuchal. Elo itoy liyuchal. I can't be with him. V'kinemasin lo agasi ruach. Some say that this is going on Balikaiva, not Bali Lashon Hara. Omer Rav Chizda, Omer Mar Ukva. Kol Sabat Lashon Hara, Omer HaKadosh Baruch Hu Sasha Gehenim. Let's make a Lashon Hara sandwich here. Ani Olav, I'll be on top, Milamalav, Atolav, Milamata. Let's sandwich him. You Gehenim, you go from the bottom. In Chetz is referring to the tongue. Shenemar Chetz Shochot L'Shonim Mirma Diber. Vein Gibor HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees on top. Shenemar Hashem Ki Gibor Yotza. Kach L'Shonim Hainu Gehenim, and Gehenim is on the bottom. Omer B'chom B'Chanino. What could a person do if he spoke lashon hara in Talmud Chacham hu yasik b'Torah? Because he used his tongue. It's like mida keneged mida. You use his tongue for the wrong thing. Use your tongue for Torah. Shenemar marpei lashon eitz chayim vein lashon elo lashon hara. Shenemar chayz shochot l'shoyin vein eitz elo Torah. Shenemar eitz chayim hi nafzikim bo. Vim amar etzu. If you can't learn Torah, yashbol daito, you should become an of shenemar v'sel bo shever b'rah. This is bad news. If somebody spoke lashon hara, he's gone. He doesn't have takana. David gave him krisa. He's cursed him. Shenema yachris Hashem kol sifsi chalakos. Lashon midaberes gedolos. What should a person do? So he shouldn't come to speak lashon hara. When I was reading this Gemara, it's obvious. Everybody thinks about this, but it was just a single person. The Chavetz Chaim, he put together a chibur of Chavetz Chaim and the Mishnah Berurah. It took him 28, how many years? 25 years. The change he made, one human being made such a change in this world. It's unbelievable how many thousands and thousands of hours every single day. People are learning Torah, his Torah, and what chusim this person has. It's unbelievable. And then how many people stop talking Lashon Hara because of just one person can make such a change? It's incredible. This is, you learn Chavetz Chaim, he keeps on bringing Arachin Tesvav. It's all, we didn't get to the...
Interesting, there's nothing in the Shulchan Aruch.
What?
In the Shulchan Aruch itself, there's very little on it.
That's what he says. Yeah,
The
he says.
fifth chelik of Shulchan Aruch.
He says all these Averis have Shulchan Aruch, and there's Prakim and Lashon Hara. Nobody wrote anything. Torah very small. Kolam Sabel Lashon Hara Magdil Avonos Keneged Shalish Averis. His Averis is great as the three worst Averis. Avezoro, Vigil Arois, Shukes Dam. Siv Hacha Lashon Midaberes Gdolos. So when it comes to Lashon Hara, the Torah uses it says Gdolos plural. How much is Gdolos? 2. Uksiv Avezoro. Ono Choto Amazeh Chato Gdoila. Gdoila is 1. Begil Arayis Ksiv Veches Ara Gdoila Zois. Right? Yosef said, I can't do it with Eshiv B'Tivar. So it says again a lashon of 1. B'Shvichas Domim Ksiv Godol Averim Mitzoi. Says as the Gemara Gdoila is same entirety. But where does it say Lashon Hara is like 3? It says Lashon Hara is like 2 of them. Says the Gemara, you're stuck. There's no one Avera that's different than the other. Which one are you going to say? He's going to say Lashon Hara is like Shvichas Dam and Gila Rais, but not like Ritzicha. Or maybe it's like Ritzicha and Shvichas Dam. Since I don't know which one to take out, it's all of them. B'marava Amri Loshoin Tlisoi. The third guy in the group. Who's the third guy? You have the guy that speaks, the guy that listens, and the guy you're speaking about. The third guy is the guy that speaks. The other 2 guys existed before. Comes the third guy, the Lashon Plisoi, the third person. Chotel Plisoi, because of him, 3 people died. Says Rashi, when a person says Rechilos, so Reuven goes to Shimon and says, you know what Levi said about you? He said he hates you, you're a bad guy. So now Shimon and Levi start fighting. Shimon goes over to Levi, why'd you say that about me? I didn't say about you. Yeah. They kill each other. And then the Yarshim, the Goyal Adam come and they go to Reuven, why'd you start this whole thing? Poof, they kill him. So it gets to 3 people died. If not literally, then at least
Figuratively.
In terms of what? Min Hashamayim is talking about. Misa v'dei Shamayim. Omer v'chomer v'chanino, may d'chsiv, moves v'chaim v'lad loshen. What? Oh, the book. But the truth of Lashon Hara, that's what's so difficult about Lashon Hara, is because you have to ask the guy, it's not ben odom l'mokim, it's ben odom chaveris. You have to ask the person for forgiveness. What? That's the only way. You might don't. Maybe you shouldn't tell him what you said about him.
No, you can't do that. He's going to say, "What'd you say?"
I could do it easily. I go to a person and say, "Listen, I'm going around to every single person I know and ask them Mechila and all those Shani's fault."
They're not stupid.
You don't have to
I will do that.
Which word writes in the Sharatzina, you don't have to say.
You don't have to say what.
Right. The problem is.
Okay, but you just say. I
problem is that
Shara.
people say don't. So they're not going to bring it up.
But it's better. Hey, it's better than not asking Mechila.
People don't want to know he's supposed to know about them. They don't want to know that.
But me personally, I'm not moichel that I speak Lashon Hara about me because why would I want to give back my Averis? If he takes some of my Averis, why?
There's nothing to say about you.
By the Siv, I cause a lot of. I have a lot of mitzvahs of other people. By the Siv, Mavis l'chai b'yad loshen. B'chiyesh yad loshen. Does the tongue have a hand? Lo imelo. Ma yad memisa av loshen memisa. A hand could kill somebody, right? You could punch somebody in the face and kill him. The tongue could also punch him in the face. But I would think you have to be in close proximity. It's like an arrow. But it only goes 40, 50 amma, 100 feet. It goes very, very far. It's like an arrow that when you throw an arrow into a whole group, somebody dies, you don't know who threw it. You could speak Lashon Hara and you destroy somebody, they didn't know where it came from. This is amazing. The boy Chai, if somebody wants life, it's all with the tongue. He could learn Torah and he could buy life. The boy Mayis, if somebody wants to die, I don't know wants to die, if somebody meaning Bilashane. You speak Lashon Hara, Bekitzer, that tongue can go either direction. Hechi Domi, listen to Bisho. So the big machlokes Rishonim here. We'll get into it a little bit tomorrow. So the Chofetz Chaim says that this is talking about, and he passes like the Rishonim that say that this sugya is literally lashon hara, not avak lashon hara. Rava Omar, going to Omar, ikin nura beiplanyo. A guy has a cigarette on Yom Tov, let's say, and he's like, where can I find a light? A light? Anybody a light? And they say, go to that guy. That guy has fire. Go over to the other side, it says, yeah. Omalei Abaye, my COVID.
Not kosher phone to me.
Can we change the name?
Let's make Lashon Hara over here.
Omalei Abaye.
Can they make him your ringtone?
Omalei Abaye, my COVID. You see? A little, you could have a song that Mamish brings people to big.
The other side, yeah.
Hello?
Omalei Abaye, my COVID. What's the big deal? So he said there's fire over there. Why is that Lashon Hara? Galui Milsa Ba'alma, he just gave information. Elamak Milishna Bisho, the Omar Heicha Mishakach Nuro, Elo Beiplanyo, Dika Bisro V'Chavre. When you say go over there, the guy always is pressing, he always has his grill on, he always has a barbecue. You're saying it in a derogatory way. If you say, oh, he happens to have a fire, Yishkoya.
That's Chavre.
Kavre, what's kavre? What does the article say?
I don't know.
Fish. He has meat and fish. Meat and fish.
That is derogatory.
Yeah, who wants to know?
Omer Rabbi, kol misla de misamro ba'apei moro. Anything that you say in front of the person, les b'mishum lishna bisho. In other words, Omerlei, oh no. Omerlei kolshkin chutzpah v'lishna, it's a chutzpah! V'lishna bisho. What are you talking about? You said you talk Lashon Hara in front of the guy, so not only you're over Lashon Hara, but you're mamish on chutzpah. Omerlei ano k'Rabbi Yossi severely. You know how like you always worry the guy's going to hear you say Lashon Hara. You look around. He never looked around. In other words, he said things that if the guy was there, he would say it anyway. So he said in a way that it's a derogatory thing. It could be heard in two ways: derogatory, not derogatory. He always made sure he said it in a non-derogatory way. And Beis Hashem will speak a little bit about Misamra Bap and Mara and Misamra Bap and Klasa, the famous Bap and Klasa.
Rashi is bringing a raya that that's not Lashon Bisha. He's saying France not.
If it could go both ways.
Because he can answer. He has the ability to defend himself. If you're saying in front of him, he has the ability to...
No, it has to do with what you're going to say. You're not saying it in such a bad way. You're not going to be a shait and talk about this guy not nicely.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to say this in front of you, but you're a comic.